Hey there, it's Laurie here. I am stopping in today to show you some tags with the new Tag Builder Blueprint 6 from My Favorite Things. So I've cut the tags apart and I have everything laid out right here just so you can see. The set comes with 3 different tags. This one has a cut line in the middle, so it'll cut the middle out. This one has an embossed line, so you get the full tag. And then this one has kind of a half die cut in the middle, and it just works to make a little panel that could go around inside. There's a couple of circles, one is stitched, one is not. This is a to and a from and for you, just little sentiment die. And then over here we've got some banners, also with the tag top, and different elements to put on top of the tag, as well as some confetti dies, so you could make some shaker tags. So I'm going to show you 2 different projects. The first one is how to make some clean and simple, really fast tags. That way you can just make a bunch for gifts or last minute. And then I'm going to show you how to make a shaker tag as well. So to make this first group of tags, I'm going to use Oh Christmas Tree and hand lettered Christmas to make just a really quick mass producible tag. And this is the tag that has the embossed line, so it's a solid tag when you cut it out. So the first thing I did was die cut a tag in the center of a card front. And I'm going to just put this right inside my Misty. I'm going to use this striped tree stamp just because I want a little bit of stripes on the bottom of the tag. So by moving it around here, I can see when I have it straight across the bottom, and then the stripes will cover just the bottom edge of the stamp. So I'm going to pick that up, and I'm going to stamp these with red hot ink. So I'm going to place my tag inside the negative and then ink up this tree, which in this case is just going to be used for the stripes. So I'm going to press that down, and you can see that stamp just right across the bottom. So I'm going to stamp a couple of these. And you can see how quickly this is because it's all set up and ready to go. Alright, and several of these hand-lettered Christmas sentiments will fit. Merry and Bright would fit. There's a little bit of letters that would overhang just a little bit. Obviously Noel, Joy, Love and Joy would be really cute. Peace on Earth, okay. They all fit. So I've decided to use the Love and Joy, and I'm going to just center that right down on top of the tag and pick that up. And I'm just going to use some black ink for the sentiment and press that down. And of course, if it doesn't leave a good image, the nice thing you can do is just re-ink it again, and that way you have a really nice solid black image. So there's one, and then of course the rest of these are going to go by quickly because it's already set up. That one looks good. And the third. And of course you could change the sentiments out on these, but this is a good way to mass produce several tags at once. So to finish these tags off, I'm just going to add a little bit of black twine, put the 2 ends through the back of the hole, and then of course just flip around just like that. And I always trim the top just so they are even. So there you have 3 really quick tags. You can just tape those right down on top of your package, and they work for the perfect to and from, or they're just a fun way to decorate the top of your package. So for this next tag, I'm going to use the shaker pouch. It's a 2-inch plastic circle. You might remember these from the bubblegum dies with the little interactive bubblegum machine. These dies fit perfectly inside these tags. So for this tag I'm using the one that cuts out the center, and then I'm using the one that embosses. So when you use those tags, you have the solid tag and then you have just the frame. So on the solid tag I used hand lettered Christmas again, and I stamped Joy in the Delicata gold ink. I'm going to take this mixture of red and green and gold sequins and just pour a little bit into the little plastic cup. I'm going to put a little bit on the inside of this tag. And then I'm going to sit the window down inside. And just glue that to the bottom of that plastic cup. Now I'm going to take some more glue, put a little bit of a thin line around the top of that shaker pouch. And then I'm going to glue the Joy side down right on top of that frame tag. And then I'm just going to press that down really good. So that's it. It's easy as that to just put this together. You can see the sequins just roll around in there, and then you can see the sentiment through. So for this I'm going to use some sparkly twine just to give it a little bit of a loop at the top. And it's that simple to just make a quick little shaker card using the 2-inch shaker pouch. Next I'm going to blend in some Red Hot just out into the center here so it's got a smooth finish. I start off to the side so it can kind of be messy over there, and then the center of this will just have a little bit darker on the edge and kind of blend it out. Next I'm going to take this Merry and Bright image with black ink, and I'm going to use this foam pad. This is just a really thick fun foam that I got at Michael's, and I'm going to put that under my cardstock. It just gives a little bit of cushion and it helps with a better image. Now I'm going to take my tag and try to center that right above the sentiment, and using some post-it tape I'm just going to tape that down right there, and I'm going to run this through my die cut machine. So by stamping the black image first, when I cut it, you don't get the little white edges that would be down inside that cut. So everything's covered with ink and it gives a nice solid image. To finish off these Merry and Bright tags, I wanted them to look like an ornament. So I took this die, this has the 2 tag tops, and I cut them out in gold paper. So I cut the top off of the tag just so these would layer on here nicely. I'm going to put this one right at the top, and then by cutting out the second one it just kind of gives some reinforcement. So then your tag looks more like an ornament. And I'm going to finish this off with the same red sparkly twine, and I'm just going to loop that through just like that. So here I have 3 super quick and easy Merry and Bright tags. I've got the 3 Love and Joy, and I wanted to show you, I did add from the MFT gift tag greetings, there's a little holly image, and I actually cut that apart so I could have the red berries and the green leaves, and I just stamped that on each of those tags to finish those off. There's so many more dies that come with this set, so really the possibilities for these tags are endless. But this gives you an idea of how to do 3 different kinds of tags, and just quick and easy ideas for Christmas. I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and I'm so glad you stopped by. Have a great day.